Hello, in this lesson, I'm going to show you two basic ways to prevent duplicate entry in Excel, just like this. So follow me and enjoy the lesson. Thank you. Now, sometimes when you are working with Excel, your data set, you don't want to have duplicates. And there are two methods in this lesson which I'm going to highlight, which you can use to prevent duplicate entries. So now let's go into the lesson. Now the first method you can use to prevent duplicate is by using your data validation, and of course you can also use your conditional formatting to quickly identify duplicate entries in your data set. Now if you want to use your data validation, now you have to select, the first step is that you select the range of cells where you want to prevent duplicate entries. It can be a range, it can be an entire column just like this. You can select an entire column like this, or you can select a range of cells. In this case, I want to prevent duplicate entries in this cells because I want to enter this student ID manually. So what will I do? After highlighting the cells, I'll simply go to the data tab. I'll click on data, and then I'll click on data validation, and then data validation. Now the way the data validation, the default format is that now anything that you enter in this cell, the setting is allowed. So in this case, I don't want that. So I'll simply click here where we have any values, and then I'll go to custom, and then I will enter this formula. I'll enter the count if formula in order to prevent duplicate entries in the range of cells which I've selected. So I will say equals to count if, and then open my bracket, and then I'll select the range of cells that I want to prevent duplicate entries, and then I'll fix to make it an absolute reference, and then press my comma, and then I'll select the first cell in that range of cells also, and then I'll close my bracket, and then I'll then enter the less than or equals to 1, and then that's all. So I only have to click OK. Now if we enter value here, for example my student ID, let's say I want to start from 101, and then I have 102, and then I have 101 again. Now this text, this pop-up will come up saying that this value does not match the data validation restriction defined for this cells. So which means that it will not allow any duplicate entry in this range of cells. Now but if you look at this, you don't really know what actually happens. So what you can do is that you can make it more customizable, and you can actually tell the user what the problem is. Now how do we do that? Now simply highlight the cells again and go to the data validation tab, data validation. Now we have this formula there already. Now go to the error tab and says you can customize the the error alert message, and then you just say, you can just enter anything like the title. So here let me enter it as a duplicate entry, and then here in the message you can just put any message that you want. For example, I will say duplicate entries not allowed. So, and then I'll click on OK. Now anytime, for example, you have 101, you have 102, and then you try to enter any value that is of duplicate again, let's say 101, then this error alert message will come on. I think this is a more appropriate message now, which of course explain what actually happened. That says duplicate entry not allowed. Now that's one method which you can use to prevent duplicate entries when you are working with Excel. Now another method is that you can use your conditional formatting, which I believe is actually very simple. So what do we do? So highlight where you want to prevent your duplicate entries. It can be a range of cells, it can be an entire column. And then go to the Home tab, click on Conditional Formatting. This is Conditional Formatting. Now the first one says highlight cells rules. That's the one you're going to pick, and in the drop down it have duplicate values. Now simply have to say click on duplicate value. Now where it says format cells that contain duplicate, so I will leave this like this because this is actually what I want. And then you have whatever you can want to pick here, color, this and that, but I'll just go with the first one because I'm okay with it. So I'll just click on OK, and then let's see what will happen. Now it quickly highlights the duplicate entry. This will not prevent duplicate entry, but it will quickly highlight all the duplicate entries in your data set. So we can go forward and say 103, 104, 102 again, and then it will quickly highlight it so that it is detectable. So these are two basic ways in which you can use, of course, to prevent duplicate entries or highlight duplicate entries in your data set. So if you have learned anything in this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.